Hey everyone, so today we're going to find out if you made the right decision. So think about a decision that you made recently, or think about one that you need to make right now in the near future, and make a hypothetical decision. And then look at the cards and choose which one is calling to you. So you have 4 cards from left to right: card 1, card 2, card 3, and card 4. Pause the video if you need some more time to choose, and I'll see you in your reading. Hello, group number 1. So did you make the right decision? So we start off here with the bloodstone. That's what you guys chose. It says find strength and courage, face challenges with resilience. So this is saying that the challenge or the issue that you're facing that you need to make a decision about is a rather large challenge. So it's not just like a small decision, it's something that is affecting your life in a major way. So it's like a large category of your life. And this is what this decision is regarding. And you're going to have courage to make the right decision, because the decision that you're going to want to make with this, or you're going to lean towards, is the decision that's safer. So because you're going to be afraid of the unknown, you're going to be afraid of the other option that is rather larger, or that takes more courage, that takes more strength, that takes more like resilience and faith in the unknown. So you guys don't have a lot of faith in the unknown. So when it comes to making this decision, you think, this one that I'm currently making is the right one because it makes more sense logically, or I can actually see how it will pan out in the future, versus the other option, I don't really see how it will pan out in the future, or I don't really see how it could be possible, or something like that. So we do have the Fool card right here. And this is again reiterating that you're going to have a lot of courage to make the right decision. So to just basically answer the question, no, you didn't make the right decision. The decision that you should make is the other decision. It's the decision that is the option that is larger and more unknown. The future of it is more unknown. It's the decision that's going to take more courage from you and more faith from you to make. That's the decision that you should make. So the one I'm seeing that for this group, the one that you did make is the one that's a bit safer. But just in case, because this is a general reading, just in case, you didn't choose the safer decision, just know that there are 2 decisions, there are 2 options. One is safer, one is going to take more courage, and one is more unknown in terms of the outcome. And the one you need to make is the latter, the one that's more unknown in terms of the outcome. So that's just to clear things up for you, so you know which is which. But like I'm saying, I'm seeing that most of you guys made the safer decision. So it's about time. We have this hourglass card here. Time is of the essence. So you have to make this decision rather quickly. There's some sort of deadline. So there's either like a physical deadline in the mundane world that's coming up that you need to make this decision by, and or there's some sort of celestial or life path kind of destiny, fate line, timeline that you need to make this decision by. So you're going to have to make it soon. You can't keep diddle-daddling and like wobbling back and forth between the 2 of them. You need to pick one and stand firm on it, and you need to do it sooner rather than later. So we have this Satyr card, Revelry and Indulgence. So this is telling me that this decision has to do with something about like living life on a grander scale and on a scale that's more comfortable. So this could be your finances, it could be a relationship that comes with financial stability or something like that. But or it could be some sort of decision about where to live, and living in one place that's more comfortable versus another place that's less comfortable. So this decision has something to do with your comfort level and your security. So with the conflict and danger card here, lie in wait, the dagger, like I said, these two decisions are kind of competing with each other, and you can't pick the one that seems to be more logical, because again with that sword I'm seeing kind of like the Ace of Swords, so it's like you're thinking it out logically, and you can't really do that in this case, because again with the Fool card, it needs to be one, and especially since the Fool is like right underneath the dagger, it needs to be the decision, the version that is not so safe and secure looking. That doesn't mean that it's not going to be safe and secure, because it probably will be, because that's the decision that you should make. So if the one that you should make is obviously going to bring you to a secure place, but it's not going to look that way at the get-go. From where you're standing right now, it's not going to look that safe and secure. So that's the one that you need to pick, and you need to have more faith and courage and not be afraid of it. We do have the Six of Wands in reverse, and we have the Four of Cups here in reverse. So again, you're not going to have much success with the decision that you did make, the option that you did choose already, or the one that you think you're going to choose. Because for most of you guys in this group, you actually haven't made this decision yet, harkening back to that Hourglass card. So you're not going to have much success with that decision, the one that you think you're going to choose. And you think it's going to be successful, you think it's going to be the more successful one of the two, but it's really not going to be, with that Six of Wands in reverse. And with the Four of Cups in reverse, is telling you once again that you're looking in the wrong direction. You're being distracted by like an option that the Matrix is handing you, and it's not really the option in alignment with your soul. So you're being distracted by the Matrix here with this other decision, this other option. So, and we end off here with the Queen of Cups reversed. So this, if you choose the right decision, it's going to emotionally satisfy you. But if you choose the one that you have already chosen, or the one that you think you're going to choose soon, it's not going to be as emotionally satisfying and as successful and secure for you as you think it's going to be. So the option that doesn't look so as satisfying, safe, and secure is the one that's going to end up being the most satisfying, the safest, and the most secure. Okay, so those are your messages. I hope that helps you and resonated. Let me know if it did, and I'll see you in my next reading. Hello, pile number 2, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. So, did you make the right decision? So we start off here. The card that you chose was Clear Quartz, and it says, amplify your intentions, let clarity light your path. So you are not really clear about this decision. So you may have already made it, or it's something that you have to make soon, a decision that you have to make soon, and you're not really clear, obviously, since you're at this reading, about which path to take. But we have the Chimera or Chimera, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, card here. Imagination clouds your judgment. And then we have the Siren here. A temptation may lead you astray. So I'm picking up, mind you, this is a general collective reading. So if this is not your situation, that doesn't mean this is in your pile. But for most of you guys in this group, and I'm going to further prove it by showing you the card underneath the deck is the Love card, is that this is about love for the vast majority of you guys here. But if it's not for you guys, just still listen to it. If you chose this pile intuitively, it still will apply to you. But for most of you guys, you're trying to decide whether to stay with a partner or to leave a partner. And with that Chimera card and the Clear Quartz card, you guys are clouded, and also we have the Ace of Swords in reverse here. So you guys are clouded mentally when it comes to making this decision. And with the Shield card here in the middle, you are safe from harm. This is telling me that you guys have a lot of fear. And you have a lot of fear when it comes to I'm going to say romantic relationships. Again, if this is not your case, make it apply to you. But for most of you guys, it's a romantic relationship, so I'm going to continue speaking this way. You guys have a lot of fear with regards to romantic relationships or with regards to the situation that you're inquiring about. And you're traumatized for some reason. So in the past, you were traumatized by maybe old romantic partners or other people who had to do with the situation you're inquiring about. And as a result, you're projecting that fear onto your new partner or onto this new situation. And this is making you believe that this person is not good for you, or this thing is not good for you, and that this person or this thing is going to hurt you. Just like the person or the thing in the past also hurt you, or multiple persons or things in the past hurt you. So, and it could have been also, it may not have been directly you, but it may have things that been situations that you saw growing up. So say you observed your parents or other adults close to you, and you observed their relationship and you saw how dysfunctional it was, and you saw maybe one person cheating on the other, or one person bullying the other, or lying to the other, or screaming at the other, or just being unfaithful or disloyal or in some way to the other, untrustworthy. Then you have that kind of set in your mind as that's the way most relationships are, and once again you're projecting this onto your new partner or onto this new situation that you're inquiring about. So with the Shield card here saying you're safe from harm, it's actually saying that this person is most probably not going to hurt you in the same way that the people in the past did hurt you, or in the same way that you observed the adults in your life when you were a kid being hurt. This is most likely not going to occur. It's not going to repeat. So this person is not like the people in the past, or this thing is not like the other things in the past. So it's not going to be a repeat of those incidences in the past that caused you trauma and that gave you the fear that you're now projecting on this person. So most of you guys made the decision that you're going to leave this partner, or that you're not going to be with this partner anymore, or at all if it's a new relationship and you're making the decision of whether or not you should be with them at all. Most of you guys made the decision that you're not going to be with them at all, or that you're going to leave them. So that is the incorrect decision. So we have the Wheel of Fortune card in reverse. So it's kind of telling me that this person may be divinely fated to be in your life. I mean, it's the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, sue me. That's what the card is saying. That's a rather grand fate card. And it's pointing towards some sort of soulmate or some sort of fated collaboration or relationship. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that this relationship is supposed to, or collaboration is supposed to last for your entire lifetime. It could, and that's a completely different reading, which I'm not going to get into. But it is at least saying that it is fated. It's supposed to, this person or this thing is supposed to be in your life, and you guys are actually indeed compatible. Okay, so we have the Five of Swords in reverse. It's like you guys are expecting to be, and that's next to the Five of Pentacles. So it's like you guys are expecting to be left out in the cold by this person, to be abandoned by this person. You guys could have abandonment issues and wounds. You're expecting to be abandoned by this person, or expecting to have this person like do something that leaves you feeling defeated. So you're expecting that defeated feeling to come back, or that abandonment feeling to come back, and it's not going to. So it's in your best interest to go back and reverse this decision and give this person or this thing a try. And you'll see that it's going to end up better than you had thought. Once again, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be for the rest of your life. It's a completely different reading, but it does mean that you're not going to look back on it and think, oh my God, I should never have been with that person, or I should never have been in that situation. You're not going to think that. You're going to look back on it. If it does end at some point, you're going to look back on it with gratitude. So give it a shot. Don't run away from it. I see you guys like running away from this, and some of you guys might actually be running towards another person with the Siren card here. It's like you guys are trying to choose between two people, and one person is kind of distracting you from the other one, and the person who's distracting you is someone who's more casual, a casual relationship, versus the one that you left that is more of a committed relationship. So if you guys are like afraid of getting into committed relationships, you're afraid of the commitment is going to be good for you. And this sort of casual relationship that's distracting you is not it. It's not going to bring you emotional satisfaction. So the decision, if you're deciding between two people, it's the person who's more committed to you. That's the person that you should go towards. If you're choosing between two situations, it's a situation that's more that will take more of a commitment from you, or that will be more committed to you in some manner, versus the other option that is more casual in some sort of way. Okay, so those are your messages. I hope that helped you and resonated. Let me know if it did, and I'll see you in my next reading. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. So did you guys make the right decision? So the card that you guys chose was the Topaz card. It says find clarity and focus, trust your inner wisdom. Okay, so find clarity and focus, trust your inner wisdom. Okay, this pile is rather interesting. It's telling me that you guys did not make the right decision, or you're not going to make the right decision. And beyond that, furthermore, your options, neither one of them are correct. So if you guys are deciding between two options, they're both wrong. And you need to listen to your intuition, because your inner wisdom is going to tell you what option you really should choose. And you may feel like that option is not currently available because you might be seeing like a block there, and you might not be able to see it. You might not be able to see how you would take the first step. You might not be able to see how it would possibly pan out. Or you guys might be completely overlooking this option. Like it may have intuitively downloaded into your head, or someone may have casually mentioned it to you, or you may have casually seen it somewhere, and then your limiting beliefs just dismissed it, thinking no way that applies to me. But if you're receiving these intuitive downloads, or you're receiving these synchronistic information from people, or from the outside world, or from the media, or somewhere, it's probably a message to you. And it is a message to you, trying to point you in the right direction. So we have the Judgment card here in reverse. So what I'm really seeing from that is that you guys are not even on your right path. So it's not even like, did you make the right decision? It's like, we need to pick you up, kind of like I'm seeing, like, you know, that those toys with the clamps that you maneuver it from the outside, and you pick it up and you try to deposit the like teddy bear into like a bucket or somewhere else. It's like you need to be picked up and moved back on your path, because you guys are completely off it. So I hope that you guys, as soon as I started this reading and told you this, that you know immediately what that third decision is, that third option is that you're overlooking. But for those of you who don't actually know what the heck that third option could possibly be, you need to do some inner work. You need to do some meditation, and you need to come up with or download that information for yourself, because it's in there. It has already been shown to you, but you dismissed it. So it's not going to be too difficult for you to get it back into your brain. So you just need to do some meditation on it, or may set the intention that you're going to see some sort of sign about what it is in the outside world, and then pay attention to any sign that kind of catches your attention, and then catch yourself before you dismiss it again and say, oh, that has nothing to do with me, that doesn't apply to me, because you guys are feeling like it doesn't apply to you in some manner, like you can't do it, or you can't possibly be done, or you something like that. This is the way you guys are thinking, and that's incorrect. It can be done. It does apply to you. You just don't currently believe it. So you need to get your inner state to the place where you believe that thing is possible, and then it will kind of open up more like a flower, and you'll be able to see more like options on that path, and you'll be able to see more in terms of how it will possibly work out in the future. But right now, because your inner thoughts and your inner belief system is not aligned with that third option, you can't see at all how it could possibly work out for you. So you need to get to that point. So this is going to take longer for you than like the last two groups to make this decision, because you need to first discover what the heck that option even is. And then you need to align your inner belief system, your inner paradigm, with that new option, so that it becomes a tangible option in your reality. So this is going to take a bit longer. So don't think that you're going to be able to make this decision tomorrow. That's not going to happen. This is going to take a little bit more time. You need to get into alignment, because right now you guys are out of alignment. So the two options, neither of the two options that you're deciding between are going to bring you financial satisfaction. We have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, and furthermore, they're both going to end in some sort of dramatic fashion with that 10 of Swords here in upright. So, and furthermore, they're probably going to cause you some sort of mental anguish with this 9 of Swords here in reverse. But I also see the 9 of Swords as like relating to the Judgment in reverse, saying like your brain, your mind is clouded. It's not even on, you're not even focusing on the right things. But also, in addition to that, these two options that you're considering are, one, not going to bring you financial stability and satisfaction, 2, are going to end in some sort of dramatic fashion, and 3, might probably cause you some sort of stress, some sort of mental stress. So you may feel like there are issues with both options already, like you may have a list of pros and cons, and you may be finding that the cons in both options are both heavy, so that's why it's difficult for you to make this decision. Well, you need to just completely toss out those two options altogether and move towards discovering what that third option is, because those two options, the current two options, are not it. So if you made some decision recently, you need to reverse it and then go into hermit mode, and then to realign with the third option, and then take action on the third option and believe that the third option is actually possible for you. If it's a decision that you were going to make, then you don't have to reverse anything. You just need to pause once again and take some time out to get back into alignment with your life path and your life purpose. So let me see quickly if I'm seeing anything else. Oh dear, card flew, hold on. Okay, Knight of Wands. So you guys can definitely do this thing. So you guys are going to feel, when you receive this intuitive download or intuitive knowledge somehow of this third option, you're going to feel again like you can't do it. But this Knight of Wands here is saying that you can indeed do it. And we also have the Knight of Cups underneath the deck. So, and the Knight of Swords underneath that. So it's basically saying like, yeah, you definitely have the capabilities to get these things done. You have the emotional capabilities, you have the mental capacities, and you also have the energy and the talent for it. So don't think that you don't have the talent for it. We do have this other fire card here. So it's, and next to the seduction card, so something, and also next to love. So it's something passionate. So you're going to feel it in your heart. That might sound corny, but these other two options that you're considering are very cerebral and logical, but you're not feeling them, either of them, in your heart. But that third option, you're going to feel it in your heart. So it's going to feel, you might feel it more in, maybe in your soul somewhere. You might feel it more in your gut, in your solar plexus or something like that, or your sacral chakra, somewhere more deep. You're going to feel it deeper. Okay, wherever you feel it may vary a little bit, but you're going to feel it deeper. And versus the two current options are very cerebral. Okay, so to answer your question again, no, you didn't make the right decision. And furthermore, the second option is not even the right decision either. Neither of them are the correct decision. You need to throw them both out, go into hermit mode, and come into alignment with that third option. So those are your messages. I hope that helped you and resonated. Let me know if it did, and I'll see you in my next reading. Hello, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. So did you guys make the right decision? So we start off with the rutilated quartz. That's the card that you guys chose, and it says unleash your potential, let your inner light guide you. So did you guys make the right decision? You guys did indeed make the right decision. So you let your inner light, your inner guidance guide you, and it has guided you towards the right decision. You are using your potential, and you're living your potential and your life path with this decision, and that's going to lead you towards more abundance and prosperity and comfort and happiness and satisfaction. So the thing about this decision though, or this path, is that it's going to take long. Like, it's going to be stretched out. So that doesn't mean you're going to hit a bunch of pinnacles along the line. So that doesn't mean that the time between now and you reaching what you consider the pinnacle is going to be necessarily long. I'm just saying that that's only one pinnacle on a line of multiple pinnacles. So you might think right now, you're thinking, oh, I'm only going towards like the end goal, which is X. But I'm telling you that there's a Y and there's a Z after that you can't exactly see. And this whole thing is going to stretch further than you anticipated. This is not a bad thing. This is just going to give you a north node, a sense of purpose for your life. And you're going to like have this purpose longer than you think. So it's going to last longer than you anticipated. So be patient with it and keep being meticulous with it. We have the spider card here, be meticulous and patient. So don't lose your energy and your drive when it comes to this goal. Because it's going to have multiple pinnacles along a longer line. Because of that, you're going to maybe at some point kind of lose a bit of steam, or you're going to be inclined to lose a bit of steam, but you need to continue to be meticulous, continue to work with the same diligence and the same fervor that you start off with, and don't lose that steam along the way. So keep going with the same fervor, and keep being meticulous, and also just be patient. And just know that everything is not going to fall from the sky at one point. It's going to be broken up into multiple pieces, and you're going to achieve each piece bit by bit. So you need to keep the same momentum going every time you hit every pinnacle. So this is also going to bring you emotional satisfaction. We have this Queen of Cups here in reverse. But what this is also telling me is that you need to follow your inner guidance, continue to follow your inner guidance. Again, hearkening back to the rutilated quartz card. And don't start following other people. We have the Three of Cups here in reverse. So there's some sort of thing, some sort of warning here about not trusting other people or not paying attention to other people on this path, or not paying attention to opinions of other people, or not paying attention to what other people are doing similar to you, what you're doing. You need to continue to listen to your own inner guidance and follow your own inner guidance, and not what other people say or not what other people do. So be careful with that, because at some point along this line, you're going to be inclined to take some things of what some other people are doing and try to incorporate it into what you're doing, or take some advice from what some people give you and try to incorporate that into what you're currently doing. And unless your inner guidance is telling you to do that, don't do that. Don't listen to your brain. Your brain is going to tell you, oh, what they're doing is much more logical, it makes more sense, or it looks like it's going to amount to more than what I'm currently doing. Don't listen to that. Listen to your inner guidance, and continue to listen to your inner guidance for as long as this path lasts. Okay? And you need to take a leadership role regarding this path. We have this Emperor card here, so you need to take this leadership role. And again, don't let other people dictate or take a leadership role in this thing. So you're going to change along this path, right? Because like I said, it's a long path, longer than you had anticipated. So maybe along the way, you're going to get into a partnership, whether it be a business partnership or a romantic partnership or some sort of friendship. And you might be inclined to let someone help you more, and let someone maybe take more of a leadership role in this thing, to take some slack off of your back type of thing. Don't do that, because this is harkening back to you allowing other people to influence the way you're going, and you can't allow that to happen. So be mindful about taking a back seat, it's going to happen gradually. Like, this is not something that you're just going to wake up one day and go, oh, I'm going to like let someone have 50% of my business and I'm going to like take a break. No, it's going to be gradual. So be mindful of how much power or responsibility you're handing over to other people. Okay, so for some of you guys, that's really going to resonate. You're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. Be mindful about the amount of responsibility that you're handing over to other people with regards to this thing, because you're going to have to do the bulk of the work. You're going to have to be the star of the show. You're going to have to take the star role, and not allow outside forces to influence you. Listen to your inner guidance, because your inner guidance has led you this far. Right now, your inner guidance and you listening to your inner guidance has led you to make the right decision. So to continue along that path, just continue to listen to your inner guidance, and it's going to continue to lead you to each and every pinnacle along that path. And you're not going to get stuck anywhere. And it's going to be favorable, and it's going to be successful for you. So again, don't get distracted. We have this 4 of Cups card here in reverse after the 3 of Cups in reverse. So it's like a progressive message here. Don't get distracted by friends, what your friends are doing or what other people in business are doing, or something like that. Just focus on you. Focus on your inner guidance, and that's going to lead you to your star. We have the star card here. It's going to lead you to your North Star. So you're on your path towards your North Star. So congratulations, you did make the right decision. And it's going to take just a bit longer than you anticipated, but this is going to give you purpose in your life. So don't think it's a bad thing. It's going to continue to give you purpose longer than you expected. And so, continue with the good work. So those are your messages. I hope that helped you and resonated. Let me know if it did, and I'll see you in my next reading.